Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to Build a Page. We are on to layout number 3. I'm gonna do some more of the with the little bit of keeping it real that I have left. I've actually come up with a plan. I'm going to do one layout with this one. I'm not sure which yellow I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna do a layout with this piece of pattern paper, a layout cutting out these squares, and a layout with this. So that will be the last 3, 4, and 5. So that'll be the last layout. So it'll just be the keeping it real, which means I don't think I touched the Bro & Co collection, but that's okay. I'd love to just get this killed and be happy with that. So that's going to be my plan. I think we'll go ahead and work with this one. It's speaking to me. Definitely going to fussy cut that out and we'll see where it takes me. Let's get going. So off camera, I went ahead and fussy cut all the little tags out, and I'm just going to line them up the way they're kind of fussy cut. Like, so I have to have certain pieces on the side, some down at the bottom and some down at the top, because of the way that they were cut is how they spoke. The middle pieces, then I just picked the 4 middle pieces, and I tried to make sure that the colors around the tag part weren't close to another one of the same color, and that was just my reasoning for doing it. Very simple, nothing too complicated. I'm then going to go ahead and glue them down and do some mixed media. So that's the only part you're going to see me doing in the process video, and then I'll come back live explaining the rest of what I did. It has been massively hot here. I don't know how to explain, but we're in the middle of a bit of a heat wave, and my room, my craft room, is where most of the heat concentrates in our home. So I have to do this early in the morning. I have about a 45-minute period of time every morning to create. So my my production of creating has gone way down right now. And so that's why this process video is going to be the way it is. But you can see I did a little bit of sloshing of gesso and some acrylic paint, trying to think about using this photo of myself when I got my Canadian passport. That's not the one that's going to end up getting used, but I thought about it, and it is what gave me the ideas for my 2 layers of pattern paper. So it's okay. It definitely worked. Just wasn't the final plan, because thinking in the back of my head, is this really how I want to document this photo? Because it's a really big deal, this photo, which I'll explain to you when I actually document it. But my final decision was no, this isn't exactly the way I wanted to represent this photo on a layout for myself. And so I went back to my photos and found one of some of my coworkers and I having dinner before one of them left. She's moved away, and so it was kind of our final goodbye dinner to her, which was really fun, and wanted to get that documented. And when you see the photo, you'll see that it has absolutely the right vibe to go with it, and that's the one that I'm going to end up using. And then I'm going to pull in some embellishments as well. So hang tight. I'm just going to do a little bit more mixed media. I'm spraying some of this Well Blue Me Down shimmers with some water, just so there's a bit of color going on. I needed something, and you'll see that helped me then bring in the final color for my title, which you'll see in one. All right, all done. Really happy with how this turned out, and a good note that you don't need a lot to create a really fun layout. Literally a piece of cardstock, the fussy cut tags that I used, a package of floral ephemera that I used, some puffy stickers, and some enamel dots, plus some alphas, I suppose, for my title, you could say as well. That's all I used to create this layout, and I think it's really pretty. So just a note, you don't need a ton. You can make very small page kits and still create really pretty things. So what did I do? I've mentioned how hot it was, so obviously this part didn't get filmed, but even if it did, it would have been a 3-minute quick thing. I tucked in some florals. I didn't even rip them apart, so the whole floral is tucked in there. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of the floral ephemera, and then within that ephemera there was also the butterflies. So I got those added as well. I like the vibe that it gave, and the movement butterflies give is why I love them so much. And then in the puffy stickers from Happy Blooms, I think these might all be Happy Blooms actually, there is a little bit of food, like fruit. So I got those added because it did give the right nod to what we were looking for. Obviously we're eating, so that worked well and it gave the nod I was wanting. But I also added in this cute little bumblebee because, again, the movement with the flying things. So I could have done more. I could have added more. There's all sorts of florally puffy stickers going on in here that I absolutely could have done, but I chose to not and to keep it simple. I finished it off with just to have that little final bit of something by adding in the enamel dots onto the little tag pieces. I just feel like it worked really well, brings a little bit of dimension and a bit of extra detail to it without it being too overpowering. Now, there is this one little bit of black and nothing else, so that could bother you. And if it does, what I would say is draw a line with your outline, which I could possibly go back and do. However, I think this is going to end up being like a kind of a 2-page spread, so I didn't want to do that yet till I make that other page to make that final decision. But the other thing is I haven't journaled yet because I don't really journal when I post things. So my journaling will be in black pen as well. And that should tie in the fact that there's this one little bit of black without there being black anywhere else. So just a little note about that as well. But that's it for today. Please make sure you go over and check out what Shannon and Kristen and Jen and Moira are doing. And then of course Sheila is joining us over on Instagram, and her Instagram is Scotian Scrapbooker, I believe. But all the links should be down below for you. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye everyone.